Picture this, a new form of currency not tied to any government or gold, purely digital and decentralized. That's Bitcoin, a revolutionary invention that has changed the way we think about money. In a world where financial systems are controlled by central authorities, Bitcoin emerged as a beacon of decentralization. This innovative currency is not issued or regulated by any central bank or government. It's a peer-to-peer system where transactions are verified by network nodes through cryptography and recorded in a public distributed ledger called a blockchain. This unique design of Bitcoin has the potential to disrupt traditional financial systems, making it possible for anyone, anywhere in the world, to send and receive money without the need for a central authority. It's democratizing access to financial services, especially for those unbanked or underbanked. Bitcoin is not just a currency, it's a groundbreaking technology that's rewriting the rules of finance. It all began in 2008 with the publication of a white paper by an unknown entity named Satoshi Nakamoto. This mysterious figure introduced a revolutionary concept: Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. This concept was an answer to the financial crisis of 2008, promising a decentralized form of currency, free from the control of any central authority. Fast forward to January 3, 2009. Satoshi Nakamoto mined the first block of the Bitcoin blockchain, known as the Genesis block. This marked the birth of the Bitcoin network and the release of the first 50 Bitcoins. Bitcoin was more of an experiment than a currency at this point. It had no monetary value, and anyone with a standard CPU could mine it. As interest in Bitcoin grew, more people started to mine it. What was once a simple process that could be done on any home computer became a competitive industry. Specialized hardware like GPUs and later ASICs became necessary to keep up with the increasing difficulty of mining. This change marked the beginning of Bitcoin's transformation from a hobbyist experiment to a serious financial endeavor. But what good is a currency if you can't spend it? The first known commercial transaction using Bitcoin didn't occur until May 2010. A man named Laszlo Hanyecz famously bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins. This event is celebrated as Bitcoin Pizza Day by the community. After the pizza purchase, Bitcoin started gaining traction on various online forums and marketplaces. The first cryptocurrency exchanges emerged, allowing people to trade Bitcoins for fiat currencies. With this development, Bitcoin began to have a real-world value, though it was incredibly volatile. From being worth virtually nothing, Bitcoin began to gain traction, setting the stage for the first Bitcoin transactions. This was just the beginning of Bitcoin's journey from an abstract concept in a white paper to a global financial phenomenon. But every journey must start somewhere. And for Bitcoin, it started with a single block and 2 pizzas. May 2010 marked a significant milestone, the first commercial transaction using Bitcoin. In a moment that has since become a piece of crypto folklore, a programmer named Laszlo Hanyecz made the first known purchase with Bitcoin. He bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins, a transaction that would be worth millions by today's standards. This event is celebrated annually in the Bitcoin community as Bitcoin Pizza Day. But the early days of Bitcoin were not all about pizza. The first cryptocurrency exchanges started to emerge, platforms like Mt. Gox, where people could trade Bitcoins for fiat currencies. These exchanges played a crucial role in establishing a market price for Bitcoin and facilitating its wider use. However, they also introduced an element of price volatility that has become a defining characteristic of Bitcoin. Prices would rise and fall dramatically, sometimes within a matter of hours. This volatility was, and still is, seen by some as a risk and by others as an opportunity. In these early stages, Bitcoin was still a niche interest, primarily discussed on online forums and between tech enthusiasts. But as more people started to mine, buy, and trade Bitcoin, it began to attract wider attention. News of its potential as a decentralized digital currency started to spread. The concept of a currency free from government control, and that could be sent anywhere in the world instantly and virtually for free, was revolutionary. It captured the imaginations of many and attracted a diverse array of supporters, from tech enthusiasts to libertarians to financial speculators. As usage grew, so too did the infrastructure supporting Bitcoin. Developers started building wallets to store and manage Bitcoins, and payment processors to facilitate transactions. The ecosystem around Bitcoin was evolving and expanding, setting the stage for its future growth. As Bitcoin began to be traded and used for transactions, it started to gain mainstream recognition. The stage was set for Bitcoin's journey from niche interest to global phenomenon. But that's a story for the next scene. For now, let's take a moment to appreciate the significance of these first steps. The Bitcoin wave started to sweep across the globe as more merchants started accepting it and media began covering it. This was a time when Bitcoin transitioned from an obscure, niche technology to a mainstream phenomenon. The world was beginning to sit up and take notice of this decentralized digital currency. In the early days, Bitcoin was primarily a subject of interest among cryptography enthusiasts and libertarians. However, as its potential became more apparent, it began to attract attention from a broader audience. It was no longer just a digital novelty, but a financial instrument that was rewriting the rules of commerce and banking. As Bitcoin's popularity surged, the ecosystem around it began to evolve and mature. Developers and entrepreneurs saw the potential of Bitcoin beyond just a currency. They started creating a variety of services and products to support its use. Bitcoin wallets, payment processors, and exchange platforms sprung up, facilitating the buying, selling, and storing of Bitcoin. But it wasn't just about Bitcoin. The underlying technology, blockchain, started to be recognized for its potential beyond digital currencies. Developers were exploring how this decentralized, immutable ledger could be used for a myriad of other applications. This led to the rise of blockchain platforms and decentralized applications, or dApps, which promised to revolutionize industries from finance to supply chain management and beyond. As Bitcoin gained mainstream recognition, it also started making its way into everyday transactions. More and more merchants began accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. It wasn't just online businesses, but also brick-and-mortar stores. Bitcoin was gradually becoming a part of our daily lives. But as with any groundbreaking technology, the road to mainstream acceptance wasn't always smooth. Bitcoin faced, and continues to face, a host of challenges. From regulatory hurdles to internal disagreements within the community, Bitcoin's journey is a testament to its resilience and the strength of its underlying principles. Despite its success, Bitcoin's journey wasn't without its challenges. Regulation and internal disagreements pose significant hurdles for Bitcoin. As Bitcoin's popularity surged, governments worldwide grappled with how to classify and regulate this new form of currency. Some nations embraced the prospect of a decentralized currency, while others viewed it with suspicion. Regulatory challenges emerged as governments attempted to strike a balance between fostering innovation and protecting their citizens from potential risks. At the same time, Bitcoin wasn't just facing external challenges. Internally, the community was divided over how to scale the network to accommodate more transactions. This disagreement led to something called a fork, a split in the blockchain that resulted in two separate versions of Bitcoin. In 2017, the first major fork occurred, leading to the creation of Bitcoin Cash. This new version of Bitcoin increased the size of the blocks in the blockchain, allowing more transactions to be processed at once. But this wasn't the end of the internal disputes. The following year, another fork led to the creation of Bitcoin SV, which aimed to restore certain features of the original Bitcoin protocol and further increase the block size. These forks, while contentious, demonstrated the adaptability of Bitcoin's underlying technology. They allowed different groups within the Bitcoin community to experiment with various approaches to scaling and governance. Despite these challenges, Bitcoin continued to evolve and grow. Its journey, marked by both triumphs and trials, reflects its revolutionary potential in the world of finance and beyond. Recently, Bitcoin has seen an influx of institutional interest, further legitimizing its status. This isn't just a passing trend, but a testament to the rising acceptance of Bitcoin in the financial world. Traditional financial institutions, hedge funds, and corporations are not just acknowledging Bitcoin, but investing in it, incorporating it into their strategies, and providing services related to it. The introduction of financial products tied to Bitcoin has also been a game changer. Futures contracts and exchange-traded funds, or ETFs tied to Bitcoin have emerged, allowing investors to speculate on Bitcoin's price without actually owning Bitcoin. This has opened up a whole new world of opportunities for both seasoned and novice investors alike. But this adoption doesn't stop at the doors of Wall Street. It's going beyond, into the realm of everyday transactions. More and more merchants are accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment, and this trend shows no signs of slowing down. Looking ahead, there's a lot to be excited about. The next halving event of Bitcoin, a process that happens approximately every 4 years, where the mining rewards for Bitcoin are cut in half, is expected to further increase its price. This anticipated increase in value, combined with the ongoing institutional adoption, paints a promising picture for Bitcoin's future. As we look to the future, the journey of Bitcoin continues with its potential limited only by our imagination.